Yeah, absolutely.
Destiny Edge of Fate is round 1-0 for the next saga, and it does feel that way. I think they went in with that intention, knowing like we got to set a foundation, kind of scuff all the marks up from the past 10 years of just build upon an engine. Let's try to get to a base, and that's what they're doing. A whole new model. Instead of one big expansion, we're gonna get two expansions with two smaller updates in each one across the year. So very different, totally new scope. I won't be able to like solidify like a firm feeling until we get well into the year, because this is a live service game and they're changing the way it flows. Like I have some issues and some stuff with it, um but right off the bat, Edge of Fate, great story. Fantastic story, great narrative that sets up a new saga. We know Final Shape ended it, that ended the Light and Darkness saga. They've been saying we're starting a new saga. Last saga was 10 years, so I think it's fair to expect, something that's going to last more than 2-3 years, right? We're getting a long story here. And they set it up well. Like they executed it perfectly. I think the story and narrative is fantastic. I am just all in. I got questions answered about the 9, but I have even more. And that's what you want. You want the answers to cause more questions, and that just keeps you engaged. So in on the narrative, so in on the story, so in on what they are saying. You're Guardian. This is your mission going forward. All of our mission as Guardians. This is what we have to do. Hell yeah, we got to go do it. I'm staying spoiler free on that. Not that it really matters, I think. um, Outside of that, though, the gameplay is a little sloggy, a little weird. They talk so much about this Matter Spark ball, which is you are able to turn into an orb and go around and traverse the map and area. And the way they made their new zone, Kepler, the new area, very Metroidvania style, with where you get these abilities like the Matter Spark ball, the Matter Morph, which lets you just throw a thing and then platforms move and it unlocks new areas. You're just upgrading your kit, you're getting higher level. It's not higher level stuff, but you're upgrading your abilities eventually through the story and through discovery to unlock more areas in that map. And it's cool. It's fine. It's something that I think it's going to feel bad going back to the campaign, being forced to do these puzzle sections where you're a ball, and it slows down the pace a lot. But at the end of the day, too, they tried something different. It works well. It's not glitchy. They had some issues on PC. There are a lot of bugs, but I didn't experience any outside of a few crashes. So I'm going to talk about my experience. But I know people had some technical stuff with the orb when you turned into the ball. I didn't have any. It worked well. It did exactly what it needed to do. Matter Spark, or the Matter form, which you can adjust platforms, that worked exactly as it was intended, in my opinion. So I can't knock it. It's not the main focus of the game. It's not driving everything into these abilities, but for the expansion, it's built with that in mind and around it almost. So I don't know. It's something where I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it's something that can be approved upon. I don't think they'll do it again the same way. Obviously, I think there's a lot of fine tuning that when you're considering mechanics. Like there were mechanics where, and this is where it felt good, where you're doing a boss fight and you're running around in the arena with multiple enemies. You have to turn into a ball to go collect charges, to then do a jump over a thing, to do the super, essentially, that you're able to charge up as that ball, then take the shield off. Like that stuff feels good. But in the story where you come to a grinding halt and you're just in a room and it's like, solve the puzzle, no, you just have to figure it out. So, other than that, that's like my one critique, is that felt odd, but I don't want to knock them for trying something new and it being a little weird. Like there's positive stuff within that, I think. But overall,
How
like, so good.
how often
Very,
is
very
that
good.
stuff revisited though? Like not for this specifically, because I'm thinking like the little bit I played with you last year.
So this is
What
all new. Like the Matter Spark and the Matter form, that is new. It is only on that location, Kepler. It's not in anything you would have played.
That's what I was going to ask, if you
Yeah.
can use it in old content or if it's just locked to these regions. Because I
So
was
far
thinking
it's
of
locked.
like
And
the
this is
green
something.
stringy stuff I had and the one I played.
So yeah, that is just your ability, your strand, subclass, right? Then a campaign we played let you unlock that, and that's just teaching you how to use a subclass and whatnot. But this is totally different. It doesn't let you use a Sparrow on this location. You're able to eventually use the Matter Spark ball as your Sparrow. You morph into that instead. But it's a location that's built with that in mind, and like that's cool, right? With everything we've got in Destiny, this is so different. You are lit, like I said, you load into the zone. You can't call your sparrow. You're getting these abilities. It's a Metroidvania style map. We talked about it in the past months, right? About how they're doing this weird Metroidvania, maybe roguelike mode. Like it's like in hindsight, the roguelike mode was solid and awesome, in my opinion. It worked well. And this Metroidvania thing works. Is it perfect? No, but it works and it fits in Destiny. So like I can't knock it. This is a very, very solid expansion and campaign experience. Beat it on Legendary. Was a little easy, but I had a blast. Did it all solo. Had a great time. Love where we're going with Destiny. I do have questions. I feel like I have nothing else to do. I feel like I did everything. I finished all my weekly stuff already. You know, I didn't do the raid. That's something else though. But there's no seasonal quest line like in years past. That's gone. So I'm wondering in next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, what is it gonna look like playing Destiny? Because I just don't know. Like I have question marks of what I'm supposed to be doing now. I just base power level. I just get higher. I have to get to 180 right now to get a fire team strike that is expert level. Then that would give me higher loot, and eventually I'd get mythic level once I get to like 2 something power level. So I'm like, is that it? Is this the game now? So there's a lot to be seen long term in it. We can't see until weekly reset hits, what the new challenges are that week, what that looks like. It's asking you to learn the portal. It's asking you to do solo ops, fire team ops, Crucible. All that is new in this portal, which is all new, which I think it works weird, but it works. Growing pains. So yeah, great experience A to Z in the campaign. Going forward, I don't know. Is this going to be something in a month or two, like I hop off of until the next drop? That's fine. That's cool. If this is what they're doing with Destiny, I think that's okay. But that's like the one coming out of the game, coming out of beating it. I have that question of like, what am I supposed to be doing now, and what's coming next? There's nothing unlocked that I know of with the raid. Like the raid was beaten, that was it. So unless something happens on weekly reset, which totally could, there's nothing new added. There's one activity that is time gated. It only happens every 2 hours, and it's like a 30-minute time to do it. And then you're just doing old strikes and using the portal. All right. Hey, we'll see. So that's where I'm at with Destiny. I do think if you're interested, it is a great time to hop in.
Does it
But
feel different, this expansion?
Zero. They redid all the sandbox. All the numbers are different. Everything got squished. So everyone's doing less damage. The enemies have less damage. So it definitely has redone the kit. They redid armor work. So you have new stats names. They're not called not weird names. I've watched videos. They described it as they dummy proofed it. And I need to make my weapons better. We'll upgrade the weapon stat instead of the intellect or whatever the adjacent thing was, right? So it's just a rebrand, not a rebranding. So setting a new foundation for the next saga, and each update will fine tune it, make it better. They're already going to fix the destinations tab. When you load in, you had the destinations tab, and it was like the map with all the planets and the towers, and you could choose what to do on that. They got rid of that. Portals of focus. They desaturated the hell out of that destinations tab and put it like you have to tab over and press the directional pad down. So it's 2 button clicks to see it, and it just looks awful. Nothing pops up on it. It's like, but I have quests to go here, and it's not giving me icons. They've already said, hey, we went too far. We went too far. So this is something they're going to upgrade and work with. They've been honest about that. They said, hey, we get it. Please be with us though. We're putting in the work. We're not going anywhere. We're just getting started. So I think this is an excellent expansion that does exactly what they said, with a lot to figure out. The high end hardcore players have a lot to complain about. Whatever. It's buggy. Whatever. They also fired a lot of their QA team. So like, that's what happens. It's like it's on them too, So I'm not saying don't complain, it's buggy. I'm like, don't act surprised it's buggy. Of course it is. Like, it is what it is. But I haven't experienced too many bugs, so I probably would change my opinion if I kept hitting the same thing over and over.
I'll be interested keeping up as you play and as the year goes. and kind of comparing and contrasting this and World of Warcraft, because they both seem kind of in similar spots of the refresh of the this is the second era, second saga of what this game is and how they do updates going forward. Because they announced this week too, the second expansion in their trilogy for WoW will be fully revealed at Gamescom next month. So
Oh, hell yeah.
we'll be kind of side by side as far as updates go with those two projects going forward, which is exciting. Because with
Yeah,
WoW,
I
it's
know.
been, especially with Midnight in the teaser trailer, it seems they're revisiting older areas and kind of bringing life into dead zones rather than introducing a lot of new. So
Ooh.
it'll be interesting to compare and contrast as that happens throughout the year. Or if that comes out
Yeah,
this year.
yeah.
I'm hoping Midnight comes out in fall. That'd be dope.
Yeah, honestly, it could.
Announced to Gamescom, come out October, November.
Yeah. There's nothing else, and I don't think you want to come out next year. Yeah, we'll see. So, yeah, right now, we're just in the what is the live service aspect of this, but fantastic campaign. Got some weird Cthulhu Orwellian looking gods that we're dealing with. It's so cool.
It's
We got a
the
PS5 in the raid.
it's their marketing.
It's just, I know, it's just architecture that looks like it. That's not really. But yeah, that's Destiny.
It's the few stuff I get a couple Destiny things on TikTok, and a lot of it people seem happy, content. It's obviously your content creator side of things. Like people are good. I saw the I don't know if it's spoilery, but like the menu music is like the original like Destiny menu
Oh,
music or
yeah.
something now. I'm like,
It's cheap. But I also think playing it and beating the campaign, this is in their mind step one. It has to be narratively and setting forward. Like it has to be, in my opinion. But yeah, it's such a cheap play. I turned it on. I'm like, oh
That's
my
good though.
God.
It shows where their head's at going in with the content though. Like that's
You
that's
hope.
a good sign for me.
Yeah, no, if you jumped off of Destiny and if you used to love it and you're like, I definitely think get Edge of Fate. If you don't want to spend the $40, that's fine. Wait for it to get on sale. It's a fantastic story. If they're going to make these contained things and they're going to be solid and then eventually even better, hell yeah, I'm down for it. So whatever also helps, no more layoffs. And bad management, stop being bad. Because last time Final Shape was great and then layoffs happened after. Well, so what's going to happen now? Because player count is not where it used to be. Is this where they thought, or is it lower? That scares, because then this is good enough, but then they have more layoffs because they didn't make enough. Ugh, we'll see. I want to move on before we get sad about it.
Is this fully under PlayStation now? Has that happened? Are we aware yet? Don't know.
They are fully under PlayStation. It's the question is, does PlayStation fully control? Like, did they take over fully? There's that Gummy Bear game that got taken, and now it's a Sony full game. But yeah, I think this is part of it. It's Marathon and this expansion. The Marathon got delayed. Oof. Art theft. Oof. Ooh. Sony's like, all right, Destiny. So we'll see. If this does nowhere near what they want, then yeah, I think we might see Sony step in a little harder if they already haven't. Or maybe, Destiny. I don't think Destiny goes. It's the moneymaker. They can't.
That'd be wild.
I think Bungie, or I think it'd just be Marathon goes, if anything. But anyways, I don't want to talk about the sad because we're having fun. I'm having a great time in Destiny. It's good. Looking for a raid team. If you want to get in this raid, if you haven't done raids, join me. Let's figure it out. I haven't done a lot of raids either, but I want to get some casuals into this game just like me until I fall off hard.
Come back a couple months for the next expansion.
The next one's Star Wars. December, buddy.
Yeah.
We get a Star Wars theme where we're going to a Tatooine style planet, getting lightsabers.
Sick. Love it.
Dude, there's going to be pod racing. I just know it. Okay, the Renegades expansion is going to bring back the Sparrow Racing League, which is well loved. They never brought it back to D2. It was only in Destiny. You race sparrows around a track, and there was a forklift that was hell. But you go to Tatooine, we're pod racing, baby. We're pod racing.